That's me. What's up?
She wants to ask you something about curios. I'll leave you to it. Adler, Peppy's...
Don't worry. I think I figured something out. Catch you later. So, which curio do you want to know? That's all you got? Well, there's beauty in the abstract, I guess. Have you asked the Department of Ecology head? Huh, she's not wrong. But that doesn't feel entirely right.
Huh? What did I say?
Huh. Now that you mention it, I have a wild hypothesis. But it needs verifying. Let's call it a day. Wait for me. I'll be in touch.
Adler seems to have gotten a lead, but what was the information I forgot? And from whom? Let's go over it from the start. I may have overlooked something. Oh, right. Asta mentioned another name. My memories of Arlen and Adler are hazy.
A curio that's alive but doesn't have a body. Sorry, but nothing comes to mind. it going? Did you find the information you're after? I see. Is that what Hinkle and think? At least that counts as a lead. See? My researchers are pretty outstanding. Anxious, me? Is it that obvious? After the Legion's invasion, the space station has been under constant scrutiny. Physical damage can be easily repaired, but it takes a long time to heal the wounds in people's hearts. Some researchers have been questioning the management and security of the space station ever since the invasion. Things had settled down a bit with the reconstruction efforts, but the researchers' disappearances have rattled them again. Yes, 4 researchers have inexplicably disappeared in a matter of days. No exit logs, no traces. Vanished. People were just starting to regain their footing after the catastrophe. I didn't want panic to spread, so I suppressed the reports and told the security department to investigate in secret. However, as you can see, it's hard to keep secrets in a sardine can like this. Rebuilding trust is harder than establishing it in the first place. I'm concerned someone's pulling strings to sway public opinion. Anyway, the most important thing is to get to the bottom of the disappearances. That's okay, but thank you for the offer. Aren't you helping Madame Herta with something already? Oh, by the way, I heard about the thing mentioned, and I'll look into it too. I'll find a way to solve the problem for the space station.
So I did consult someone else other than Hinkle. The only thing I remember is that they're from the Department of Insight. The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is. The other person should be from the Identifying that person is crucial. It could be the key to making sense of everything.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see trace.
I think she mentioned some... If only there were some...
Anyway, keep up the good work.
The other person should be from the department. Not here. That person is probably with the Department of Insight. The other person should be from the... Identifying that...
Let me describe it again. Send me a signal.
I think if only...
Anyway, keep up...
The other person should be... The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is. The other person should be... Not here. No, not this road. The other person should be... The other person should be from the Department of Insight. I need to remember who it is.
It's been so long, and there's still no response.
There's something fishy going on. They're hiding something.
Those... I say.
All right. Just cut the...
No need to be modest. Though I confess I did hear someone say you were the shining star.
I have faith in your abilities.
See this material here? People are so... I'm not getting any young.
Sure thing. Anyway, keep your eyes peeled.
It's happening again. Time to carefully recall. The other person should be from the department.
I say.
All right.
No need to be modest. Though I confess
I have faith...
See this material? I'm not getting any.
Sure thing. Anyway...
It's happening. Time to carefully...
I'm gonna tell you something. Make sure you don't...
Of course.
The multiple disappearance.
Seriously?
Shh,
It's been so long and there's still no...
There's something they're hiding.
Well, I might be the depart. People are growing. Never mind, I shouldn't be telling. Well, I might be. People are growing. Never mind.
I saw it. I saw that person disappear. They...
What do we do?
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, by the way, I heard...
So I did consult someone other than me.
I say.
All right.
No need to be modest. Though I confess
I have faith...
See this material here? People are so inconsiderate. How someone... I'm not getting any young...
Sure thing. Anyway, keep your eyes peeled.
It's happening again. Time to carefully... The other person should be from the Department of Insight. Not here. That person is probably with the Department of Insight. The other person should be from... Identifying that person is crucial. It could be the key to making sense of everything.
Hey, what brings you here, Rich? It's been so long.
I'm not that one.
It's all taken care of. Here's the account you asked for. Oh, small scale. Best left...
Again? How many times?
Here too. Did my memory piece together? Now I remember. The other person is Emily. She was at the base zone. What did Emily say? What did Emily say?
I say. What a wonderful... No need to be modest. Though I confess I did hear someone's... See this material here? I'm not getting any...
Again? How many times has it been?
Oh, another
Huh. Asta told you to find me? curio that doesn't have a body but is alive. Isn't the Department of Ecology full of curio experts? That's got nothing to do with the Department of Insight. However, I've heard of such a... don't get me wrong, I was merely relaying information. I didn't mean I'd help you. The atmosphere on the space station has been getting stranger lately. It's risky taking sides.
The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned seems to be what inspired Adler. The disappearances Asta mentioned are likely related to Arlen's investigations too. The Xianzhou species Emily mentioned
Have you asked the Department of Ecology? She's not...
Huh?
She's not... that's right! They're called Heliobi. I guess you could say that Wubbaboos and Heliobi are sort of like cousins. Now that you... let's call it a day.
I figured you'd come to me to uncover... I'm sorry. The situation...
Just as I thought. I vaguely...
I figured you'd come... I'm sorry.
Just as I thought.
Let's call it a day.
I think I missed something.
Let's call it a day.
I figured you'd come to... I'm sorry.
Just as I thought.
I'm sorry. The situation... I see. I'll be honest, there's only one clue. Adler observed that the automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances occurred. That means that every victim's disappearance was accompanied by some inexplicable fire. The words they used were... spontaneous combustion of...
Spontaneous combustion of the human body. That is most likely the truth. I need to go over it from the start.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see trace.
I think she mentioned if only there were some hint.
Let me describe it again in case you forgot. Send me a signal when you see traces of... That's not the point. I wouldn't be bothering with it if it didn't have something to do with the Genius Society. Anyway, keep up the good work. I need to go out for a bit. Go ahead.
I commend your stamina for recounting that interminable tale. You must be exhausted. So, to sum it up, the last time you laid eyes on Herta was in her office. She sent you on a wild goose chase for some trinket, the curio. After which you knew nothing else until Lady Asta contacted you. If that's the narrative you're sticking to, then indulge me. Who, pray tell, can substantiate this captivating drama?
Affirmation. We can ask Herta herself.
Well, if you lace up those boots and start sprinting now, you might just catch the IPC shuttle in 4 system hours.
Mr. Ratio, your style of questioning would seem to have a preconceived bias.
Apologies. It's an unfortunate habit of mine. When one is immersed in it is also the most efficient method, judging from my experience. Seeking answers with a negative hypothesis in mind is still valid research. It can still help. If she is truly innocent, she can clear her name with answers. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
Herta didn't mention the name of the curio. We were talking. However, she did give a thorough description.
True. You wouldn't be able.
Why do I feel like.
And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio? It's hard for me to imagine she would treasure one curio so much.
Sure, but you're the one
Say what you want to say.
A correct observation, if I may add.
Herta's collection. An endless trove of...
I doubt Herta is interested in the curio itself.
Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an assignment.
If you knew Herta, then you wouldn't find it weird.
Don't interrupt other people. Based on your story, you met with Herta because she specifically wanted you for an and the assignment involves a curio. Herta's collection.
I doubt Herta is interested in the curio.
Based on your story, and the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now. Back then...
That's enough pretend. And the assignment Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet, she singles out one nameless ordinary curio? It's hard for me to imagine she would...
Sure, but...
Say what you...
correct observation.
Herta's collection. And the assignment involves Herta's collection. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name.
I remember now. Back then...
That's enough and the Herta's collection. And the assignment involves a curio that doesn't even have a name. Herta's collection. An endless trove of trinkets and baubles. And yet... she singles out one nameless ordinary curio? It's hard for me to imagine she would treasure one
The curio isn't the point. Herta was only addressing it because of its relation to the Genius Society.
I would imagine the curio is the creation of a genius. Affirmation. It holds some special meaning to Herta.
Yes. That seems logically sound. Then you said you asked Asta for help with the lost curio. However, she decided to hold her tongue until now?
Mr. Ratio, it's because...
I'm asking her. Your testimony went out the window. However, she decided to hold her tongue until now?
I remember now. Back then...
That's enough, however. So what's the story? Are you full of fanciful fiction? Or is Asta the one hoarding secrets like they're going out of style?
The space station has been very distrustful of its higher management ever since the Antimatter Legion's invasion. Another severe incident would further intensify suspicion and cause great internal strife.
Oh. So that explains why Lady Asta approved of my participation. After all, the Intelligentsia Guild's representative wouldn't be partial to anyone, but would still act for the space station's benefit. Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon Arlen, head of the secure. Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked. Cut the act. You're perfectly aware of the point I'm making.
Correction. There may be a correlation.
Researchers' disappearances, you say? Yes, I've heard the responsibility of sorting out that mess has been thrust upon Arlen, head of the security department.
I remember now.
That's enough researchers' disappearances, you say? Clearly, though, it bears no connection to Herta's puppet being attacked.
No. If I recall correctly, Asta said, one of Madame Herta's puppets was attacked by an unknown perpetrator. We don't know the location of the puppet, and we can't pinpoint its signal. Don't know the location. Isn't that the same as missing?
She did say that. But then what? You need to provide evidence to show incidents are linked.
There should be evidence. Arlen discovered something odd when he was investigating. The space station's automatic fire suppression system was momentarily activated around the time the disappearances happened. Arlen mentioned that each victim disappeared due to spontaneous combustion.
Huh. But there are no signs of a fire anywhere in the space station.
That's what's so odd about it. But this information has an additional layer of importance. This may not be direct evidence, but if the system also recorded the fire suppression system activating when the puppet was attacked, then there's ample evidence to indicate that these two cases are linked.
If these two incidents were caused by the same person, then the suspicion put on you would decrease, provided that this fire suppression record does exist in the system.
We'll see in the main control room. Let's go. Huh? What was that?
Harrider Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the distance, annihilation will find you.
Harrider Newsflash. This is an urgent broadcast. I repeat, this is an urgent broadcast. News has finally emerged regarding the attack on Madame Herta. The Annihilation Gang has claimed responsibility for the incident and warned of further activity. The Guild has expressed utmost condemnation.
The gods of the starry skies have abandoned the world. They give no thought to the masses. Only the wounded savior can bathe the world in the firelight of destruction. Yet always there are cowards trying in vain to reject their favor and escape the wounds. Flee then. Flee as far as you can. No matter the...
This is...
a declaration of war. And and an announcement of what's to come. They have set their sights on you. The Legion's impact remains, and the Annihilation Gang is already...
This Duke Inferno Ifrit is a life form that hails from Fatora, a world long since destroyed. His race, the ever-burning fire demons, regard Nanook as their emperor and savior, but the Aeon has never cast their gaze upon them.
A group of pitiful lunatics. I like Dr. Primitive's assessment of them. The value Nanook sees in the Annihilation Gang is perhaps far less than one might see in a child who deliberately broke a vase. The fire demons have a cruel temper and instinctively ignite and destroy items. Ifrit is particularly evil and cruel, even among his kin. The Everflame mansion he heads...
Japella Brotherhood. I've heard that name somewhere.
On the Stellaron Hunters wanted posters, they stand accused of inciting the Japella Rebellion, the uprising that caused the downfall of the Brotherhood.
The Japella Palace crumbled in the scorching flames, and Ifrit's power has grown by the day ever since. Something similar is about to happen here. Spontaneous combustion? For him, it's as routine as me finding fault in everything. The disappearance... That video will soon circulate. And this station's fate? Flames. Nothing but flames.
The destruction of trust.
I'm afraid more than trust will be destroyed here. You need to start acting now if you want to survive. You, come with me. You have a superior strategy? Pray tell, do we set the two of them loose, turning whispered fears into full-blown pandemonium?
If we did that, we'd be at a disadvantage. I'll stay here and try to contain the news as best I can. Please, investigate the issue quickly.
My turn! Here!
That'll take more than medicine.
Just a scratch.
You can't run! Try that again!
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Much better.
Tough luck running into me!
Rules are made to be broken.
deserve a nice pat on the back for that one.
No manners, huh? Who will it be? Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Cute!
Let's make it quick.
Just a scratch.
Try that again. Scared yet?
Let's go. Rules are made to be broken.
Naughty child. Nap. Time.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move!
Who will it be?
You can't run! Try that again.
Let's make it quick.
That'll take more than medicine.
Rules are made to be broken.
Scared yet? You're annoying! You couldn't have done it without me.
Everything is ordained by the stars. Oh, stars, give these trailblazers your blessing.
Cute!
That'll take more than medicine. That's better.
Thanks a lot. Try that again.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Saving me won't earn you any favors. Who will it be?
Rules are made to be broken.
Tough luck running into me.
A delicate operation.
Where to now?
Not good. This is serious.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Sure, but the security department already combed through their backgrounds and personal relationships. We didn't find anything odd. The Annihilation Gang are a group of die-hard thugs. They might be attacking indiscriminately.
A list of the missing researchers and their details.
Oh.
Take it. Remember these names. Find a friend who's tuned into the gossip around here and tell them you want to know the relationship between these people. I don't know. That depends on your friend.
What else do you need me to do?
Take me to the one who knows the most about curios within the Department of Ecology.
He disappeared too. I didn't really notice at first, but it's been a few system hours and I still can't reach him. The last time I saw him was in the Master Control Zone. He was with Wench.
Lead the way. You said Adler was on the verge of a discovery, yet if his disappearance is also related to the case here...
True. The key words that got Adler thinking were energy, life forms. We need to investigate this.
Jerk! Fine! Disappear! Adler, he's been acting really weird recently. Oh, he doesn't even answer me when I speak to him.
What did he talk?
He kept saying the word phrase.
Phrase.
Who said I want him back? But if you want to find him, I don't know exactly what he's searching.
Your countenance suggests tragedy. So the researchers who disappeared were at the forefront of challenging management. Isn't that a curious puzzle piece? I finished browsing through this booklet while you were replying to messages. It recorded the lives of a few Genius Society members. I'd say it contains some interesting information. It's time to go back and chat with them.
You're back. I've been monitoring the dark web. I barely managed to stop the video from spreading. The incident hasn't grown any bigger, for now.
Less than promising. Or to use a different phrase, we're running out of time. Let's retrace our steps and evaluate the situation. From the data we've collected, there are 3 avenues we can explore. First, Adler's disappearance. He must have come across some vital information.
I understand.
Tenuous First, Adler's The next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be. First,
Adler also.
You think that Adler's
Indeed. And first, Adler's disappearance. The next angle, last, is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the secret of spontaneous...
The link between the
First, the next angle is what the victims have in common, distasteful as that discussion may be.
I understand.
Tenuous connection. The next angle, last, is the abilities of Duke Inferno and the During prior unrest, instigated by the Everflame Mansion, some testified to seeing miscreants materialize from the Inferno. The flickering tongues of Duke Inferno's fire carrying a certain property, and this property is the secret behind spontaneous human combustion. Look, the answer is right there. This booklet describes a kind of fire that can phase through dimensions, claiming it burns through worlds, leaving numerous scions of flame behind. The kindling of this unique flame must be the missing curio that Hurt has been searching for, and Duke Inferno is evidently spawned from it. I fear that this is the truth Adler discovered. When Schurling said, Adler kept muttering about a phrase before he disappeared. I believe this word was actually phase. He saw Member 29 Sir Call's research topic in this booklet and verified his hypothesis. As a scion of the Phase Flame, Duke Inferno would naturally share similar capabilities. Full-on phase shifting may be a bit too ambitious for him, but teleportation, that's likely more his speed. That is the truth of the spontaneous human combustion. The researchers didn't disappear. They were moved. We don't know where the victims went, but Duke and the sudden and consecutive disappearances provided. Once the seed of unrest has sprouted, he will then send out an announcement for an imminent attack. The next step would be to ignite the spark. Look at those researchers who disappeared. What would happen if someone realized their similarities? I need say no more.
It was all a premeditated trap to stir up chaos on the space station.
We're running out of time.
This...
No, it isn't enough.
Indeed, it needs one more spark.
What do you mean?
If you limit your involvement to this, there's still room for excuses. If it were me, I wouldn't give you the chance.
Could it be?
Huh? What is it?
Stay calm. Asta was merely teleported. Her life was not in danger. Based on first-hand experience, I have ascertained that Ifrit's flame is simply a splinter of the primordial phase flame, lacking any phase shift ability. Logic. Asta is still within the confines of the space station.
That flame must still be somewhere inside the station. Find it, and we'll find a way to bring her back.
A splinter, you say? The arrogance of the gifted is try then if you must.
It seems that Duke Inferno didn't deign to personally grace the space station. He merely cast infernal fire into our midst to wreak havoc among the researchers. When the fire...
I will head to Herta's office and activate the folded space in the Curio storage room. With some changes to its parameters, I can use it to block the fire's teleportation routes and seal it inside the station. Mr. Ratio, please go with Miss Trailblazer and contain the fire.
The infernal fire is also a form of energy life form. The imaging device will pick up its trace. Follow it. The way is awash with flames. It must have just teleported. Be careful. Get ready to dash into the fire. See? It's still in the space station. Like Skrullum said, it cannot escape from here. Do you know what to do with cornered prey? Hunt it to the death. Resisting. The fold in the space has shifted. Mediocre.
the end of the story in your own way.
Tough luck running into me. Here.
Let's go. Yeah.
Nap time.
Try that again. You can't run.
SAS Perkipi.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Let's make it quick.
You're annoying.
Your answers? A test.
Here.
Let's go. Rules are made to be broken. Yeah. Reach the end of the story in your own way. Keep at it. Just a scratch.
Let's make it quick.
Just a scratch.
Test. Fail.
Time for a shot. That's better.
Thanks a lot.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Not bad. 5 points.
Answer me. 0 points.
SAS Perkibi.
Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Tough luck running into me. What's wrong?
Let's go.
Why? This has nothing to do with you.
The flame is getting weaker. Duke Inferno can't maintain it anymore.
What is...
Seems like this chase is about to end. Your answers?
A test. 0 points.
Cute!
Let's make it quick. Rules are made to be broken.
Mediocre. I'm asking questions. Answer me.
My turn! Here!
Yeah. Time for a shot.
Try that again!
Rules are made to be broken.
You can't run!
Your answers? A test. It's over.
Ignorant fools blindly chasing the firelight, not knowing that the blessings. It is little wonder that even the descent of the Savior's Legion was unable to cleanse this place. I will acknowledge my brashness. For now, but next time, expect no intermediaries. I will come to personally offer you the demise of your sins with infernal fire.
A small fragment of consciousness in there is gone. Duke Inferno has discarded this fire. Oh? The banal theatrics of stalling. Let's not, shall we? SAS Perkipi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood. Answer me. 0 points.
Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move!
need more than medicine.
Try that again. You can't run.
Your answers? Test.
Rules are made to be broken. Let's go.
Time for a shot. Nap time.
I'm asking questions.
Here. Try that again. You can't run.
That's better. Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Not bad.
Let's make it
5 points.
Rules are made to be broken.
So this is the extent of miscreants materializing from the Inferno. Seems like Dr. Primitive wasn't wrong. Answer me. 0 points. SAS Perkipi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Told you I could fight.
Free. The fire is weakening. It's preparing to flee. You, keep your eye out for Lady Asta's whereabouts.
Seems I've been waiting a while. Seems I've been waiting a while.
Your answers? Test.
Tough luck running into me.
Naughty child. Now. Time.
Rules are made to be broken.
I'm asking questions. Answer me.
My turn.
Just in time. Just a little something. Think nothing of it.
Not bad. 5 points.
Time for a shot.
Your answers?
Told you I could fight. Gotta try hard sometimes. Watch this awesome move.
Let's go. Rules are made to be broken.
Nap time.
Test. 0 points.
Good work. You did very well. Rest assured, Asta only had a fright. She is recovering in the clinic. While you were chasing the enemy, the security department also found the missing researchers. Affirmation. They are all safe and sound. It was all thanks to Adler. They fell into a spatial curio and could not leave until the Department of Ecology's most knowledgeable curio expert solved it from within. Many of them were shaken by their experience when Arlen found them, but they are otherwise fine. Yes, it is over. This business is over, and I believe the space station will be able to deal with any internal aftershocks. In Herta's stead, I thank you for your efforts, madam. But there is one mystery that remains unsolved. And that is something I must deal with myself. I've been waiting.
Fallout from this incident remains. Surely you have plenty of pressing matters to attend to. Or is the safety of the...
Answer. That is exactly why I came. After all, the principal figure in this whole affair is right here.
When did you start to doubt me?
When one is immersed in academic research, skepticism comes far more naturally than belief. I've had the same bad habit as you since the beginning, Mr. Ratio.
I must say, I'm quite honored, Mr. Screwlum. But do explain, why opt for silent wisdom when you already had the pieces of the puzzle?
For curiosity's sake. Affirmation. I made the same decision as you, to accompany and observe.
Oh, and when did you become convinced?
Objectively speaking, aside from some minor spiritual trauma, no researchers were hurt in this attack, which never aligned with the Annihilation Gang's modus operandi. Logic? A third party saved them.
Had I not fortuitously acquired a spark of the Phase Flame and intervened in Duke Inferno's teleportation, those people would already be space waste, floating past the windows here.
You are more candid than I calculated.
But still behaving within your calculations, no? One last question, Screwlum. Genius though you are, can you deduce why I did this?
I cannot be sure and can only hypothesize. Helping the weak hints at the merciful instinct of a medical doctor, but maintaining a cool, detached observation reveals the strictness of a scholar, and pulling the strings from behind the curtain is akin to laying down the gauntlet to a genius.
The ruler of planet Screwlum is indeed well versed in the human mind. It's a pity you're as much in the ivory tower as other geniuses. You still got one thing wrong. To stand aside and observe is the best treatment one can give. There is a disease called foolishness that is harder to cure than any ailment. The path of erudition has neither reason nor logic. While geniuses wander among the stars, the ordinary can't even trace their footsteps. Those less, but even a life marked by failure is a life worth living. It is only in moments of solitude I have a fastidious nature. I cannot stand fools, idiots, or imbeciles. Seeing them fills me with dread.
You wish to uproot the researchers' blind worship of geniuses.
I am only laying out my questions. As for the answers, they'll find them themselves. Pursuit tinged with negativity is still pursuit, and it is capable.
You are indeed more like a medical doctor than a scholar.
As for the spark I leave behind,
I believe Asta will deal with it properly.
It is also a lesson I left for her. With that, I take my leave. I look forward to future encounters with such brilliant minds. Let's hope they're as memorable as those we had today. A farce full of trivial concerns. Ultimately, they're just mediocre minds.
getting late. Where to now?
All are at staff discount prices. It can't get any...
Cheese! Ugh. Do people have...
Correct. All the cabins they might pass by have been checked. Remember to report to lead researcher Asta. We'll deal with problems outside the base zone later. Huh, it's you. Sorry, this is embarrassing. We suddenly had some stuff come up. Never mind about that. Here, this is for you. I made it this morning, and I've been keeping it warm. It's just a little something I whipped up. I spent a long time wondering what to give you. In the end, sorry it's so noisy here. I wanted to find somewhere quieter where I could get your feedback, but... I'm pretty confident some big shot suddenly decided to visit the space station today. Miss Asta said that the guest appears to be Madame Herta's research partner. If he's doing research with her, he must... look at the time. The guest is almost here. If you're curious, just follow the crowd. this visitor is...
Get ready.
Hypothesis. Thought always precedes word. And yet, I can't find the words for this moment. It's good to see you, Asta. I apologize. I'm 4 minutes and 13 seconds earlier than the appointed time. I hope it's not a bother.
Of course not, Mr. Scrollum. Welcome to Herta Space Station.
No need for formalities, Asta. Herta Space Station is where knowledge converges. Here we celebrate the equality of thought. Such collaboration between organic life forms is magnificent and efficient. You're rebuilding the space station far quicker than I could have imagined.
We appreciate your high praise, Mr. Scrollum. Would you like me to show you around? Since the last summit, we've launched several new research projects focused on silicone-based matrices.
Well, that sounds lovely. But I do have a meeting with Herta, so let's put the new surprises on hold for now.
Madam Herta should be in her office. I'll take you there. Right this way.
Sure. And you are? Ah, hello, young madam. I've heard so much about you. Herta talks about you often. She's quite curious about you, as am I. What is it like to live in symbiosis with a Stellaron? I hope we'll have sufficient time in the future to get to know each other and answer this question.
Sorry, I wanted to show you around, but now I don't think I'll be able to get away. All right, see you later.
Oh, strange. It should be around here, huh? Do you need something? Wait a second. I know you. I saw you chatting with Captain Arlen just now. You must be the rising star who caught Madame Herta's. Allow me to introduce myself. You probably know that this place was recently... Now that the station is being rebuilt, but during the repair process, I discovered... Some have surmised that we suspect that it may have been the Stellaron Hunters. It's an elusive group and very dangerous. They include a super hacker from Punklord. I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost to her. A while ago, I discovered her whereabouts during a screening process. I was planning. Can you guess what happened next? She reverse hacked my device, sent out a bunch of spam, made a video game open to the space station, and told everyone that an idiot named... Ugh, I don't want to think about it. Now that everything is calmed down, I thought they'd be on my case already. The silver lining? Madam... I wouldn't go that far. To put it simply, the leaders have given me an opportunity. How could I not cherish this time? I plan to start from inside. I designed a decoding just... Oh, that's, a drop of water? Why do I feel unbelievable? Why would something like this be in the space station? So this is what we're looking for? This... Wait a second. Oh, I see. This is digital graffiti that appears to represent... We need to decipher it if we want to find... Ugh, you got me there! Let me think. Maybe I've been... just do me a favor! are there Void Rangers here?
My turn! Here!
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh, we can't run!
Who invited you?
Huh? Oh, try that again! Phew!
That scared me to death! Did you see that? It seemed like something popped up here, then Void Rain. But look! Just like I guessed, this graffiti is encrypted. If we decipher, the surveillance camera captured her face. Silver Wolf. Is this a transmitter beacon? Oh, I see. We accidentally activated the beacon again just now, and they were brought back. Beacon transmission that doesn't require a power source and can be implemented solely through computation? No wonder they were able to break into the space station. With this, it's not only impressive. How should I put? Sounds unbelievable, doesn't it? I always thought it was fringe science. There's a strange signal nearby. Maybe it's another piece of graffiti. Look, up there! They even put down a question mark. They must be making fun of us. She went towards the base zone. Yep. Disappeared again? This thing keeps cutting out when I'm deciphering it. She must have stopped here for a bit. Let's look around.
Can you let me have some fun this time? Our last few operations turned out to be pretty dull.
She makes it seem easy. Is she really? Judging by how calm she is, she must have been in this room for a while.
Your fake ID info is ready.
Ah, so that's what happened. She sneaked in first, then helped her partner in through the main door. It's a classic hacking operation. How is this possible? I never noticed that there was an issue with this record. I subconsciously glanced right past it when I saw my own name. She's so cunning. an honest mistake. The reaction of any ordinary person is to check for unfamiliar names, right? Who would think to... The graffiti's location is quite interesting. It feels like she's playing a game with us. I heard from a friend that the hackers on Punk Lord have a tradition. When they call this the Punk Lord mentality. There can only be competition when there's rival. I don't understand that way of thinking. The same thing happened last time as well. Doesn't help. Ah, she seems to be leaving. They seem to be heading toward the monitoring room.
No manners, huh?
Tough luck running into me!
Let's make it quick. Rules are made to be broken.
Another graffiti. They're all different too. She really put some thought into this. Huh? Is this section of the record damaged? She went through the wall and disappeared. Highly unlikely, but if it's true... Hold on, I got it! It might be an effect from a curio! There was a pre-established... No wonder she kept going through the curio collection index. This space is connected to the Stellaron room. Do you still remember it? That's where they put the Stellaron inside you. Huh? What are you muttering about? Why would they leave you here if their objective was the Stellaron? With her capabilities, all she would have needed to do was make another beacon. She would have been able to escape with the Stellaron, no problem. Huh? There's no graffiti. Ugh, so strange. Did she really? Oh, they did leave you behind. Oh, me? That's how I can't help but feel there's more that they're after. The more I talk about it, the... Whoa, look here! It looks like the log time occurred during... Could it be that... I just... Just as I thought. She was here. I just remembered that Madame Herta has a game cartridge named Punk Lord Mentality in her collection. remember it, right? It's actually on the list of missing curios. I wasn't able to put the two together before. If the hacker has a personal objective other than the Stellaron Hunter's mission... I got it now! The Stellaron Hunter's operation was just a cover for her. Look, in the end, they didn't take the Stellaron with them. She was so interested in the Curio Collection Index that she stayed in the space station. She knew we would be looking for the Stellaron Hunters and used it as her cover. Hold on, though. Something doesn't add up. The Curios are Madame Herta's most prized possessions. All the visits, some researchers tried to gain access to the Curios for research purposes once, but... You got me there. We should go and check the main control room. Wait, don't move. I get chills just looking at the space station monitors now. Let me investigate first. Just perfect. Not only did she shut off all the access logs, she shut off all the terminal transmissions too. I thought it was the Legion that did this. Oh, this wouldn't have been a high priority issue. I am curious though. She paused the terminal transmissions, but as a Stellaron hunter, she leaves the Stellaron behind. As a hacker, she doesn't delete the local... Relax, friend. I've done this
Who invited you?
Time for a shot.
I was right. There was something fishy about the local data she left behind. Now we can browse through the Curio access logs. Huh? From the way things look, yes. I'm seriously confused. What did she come here for? No, if I start thinking...
Not gonna happen. I'll say it again. I don't care what Runmei said to you, but there's no chance we're shutting down the simulated universe.
Herta, I've made my decision. Question: what have we invested into this project? Hundreds of system hours, the resources of an entire planet, and the most advanced technology in the entire universe. And what have we gotten in return? Unknowns, confusion, and a series of errors. In the beginning, we defined the simulated universe as a miniature world that could be used to discover the traces of the Eons. But now, it's become something far removed from its original purpose.
The simulated universe is bound to make errors. You said that yourself, and that's exactly what we're experiencing. Why is that a problem all of a sudden?
I adore the vast amount of knowledge, but I cannot accept that the simulated universe remains simply a pending contract waiting to be attended to. Herta, think about it. How many surprises has this project given you? And how many disappointments has it given you?
The simulated universe never disappointed me. You are what disappoints me, Screwlum. Do you really think of yourself as someone so exceptionally amazing? Right now, you're more like someone from the Nitwit Society.
Herta, I don't mean to question you, nor do I want to deny the hard work you've put forth for the simulated universe. just want to give more room for knowledge and inspiration to grow freely.
That's enough. Leave if you don't want to be part of this. Go tell the other two yourself. Oh, and take your tech with you. I don't need it. I can go find Adrian Taylor, or the red-nosed old man from Epsilon, or even the Intelligentsia Guild. At least they won't quit halfway. Ugh. Screw them. We've known each other for a long time. This is the first time I feel that you're nothing but a piece of ice-cold metal. Cheese. Cheese! Let me see. Cheese! Let me see. Cheese! 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 Cheese!